Italian rice pie. Am I overreacting? GF thinks it's okay for a 27-year-old to be in a relationship with a 15-year-old. If I'd have to be honest, I would probably say no, you are not overreacting, because that is really weird. And illegal. Very illegal, in fact. Super illegal. So, I think that maybe, maybe the police should keep an eye on her, Just keep an eye on what's going on with that. Yeah. What gives me a good feeling about this is that the first comment is your GF is really effing gross. That's a good sign. That's how you know that this is gonna be a banger. You are same age as the guy in the picture I sent. Wife is 3 years younger than me. Yeah, that's fine. How old when they met? My brother is 41 and haha is 29, I think. Probably she was 15. Then he came to... Is that New Zealand or is it something else? I don't know. And waited until she completed her undergraduate. And got married in 2018. They are 12 years apart as well. Yeah, but he didn't meet her at 15. You want to argue? You want to argue on this, babe? I can keep going on. So I'm going to be honest now. I have no idea what is happening. Because I don't know how old anyone is. Hold on. Let's actually unpack this, alright? We got 41 and 29. So that's 12 years apart. Then probably she was 15 and they got married into... Who are we talking about? But where do you draw the line? I can put my points out and you can put yours. 10-year-old and 22-year-old, is that okay? 12 and 24, age is just a number, right? There's no law that can prevent one person falling in love with another. Line will drawn if something bad happened from that relationship. Unless that it's just a relationship, I guess. Age is number literally, but we can feel that we age. Age is just a number, but if a 27-year-old waiting for a 15-year-old to get older so they can marry, then I have a problem with that. Yeah, I understand why. Because you already know that then the 27-year-old is attracted to the 15-year-old. And there lies the problem. Because that's pedophile behavior. I don't really know. First of all, I feel like we're lacking context. Because I don't know where this discussion came from initially. Like, they were talking about age gaps, but to who? But so far I am really feeling a little weirded out by her GF indeed. Because she literally... there is no law that can prevent one person falling in love with another. First of all, she types like a child as well. But that's just besides the point, right? We're not going to focus on that right now. Yes, there is a law that would prevent that from happening. I guess not falling in love, but doing anything together. Or well, together, I should say the grown-up doing something to the child. No matter... kind of what it is, that's definitely against the law, Miss Dumb. I don't know what your name is, but that's your name now. Miss Dumb. And you're gonna have to accept that name because you are in fact dumb. Why? Tell me your reasons. Because there's a complete power imbalance. It is easy to be manipulated at that age. A 15-year-old is almost a child. First of all, 15 is not almost a child, it is a child, because that's the whole point of age of consent, is that the government believes that until a certain age, someone's brain is not developed enough yet to make certain decisions on their own, and that's why there's an age of consent. In the US, it's BS, because at some states it's 16, some it's 18, but then for drinking, that's 21. But military, that can go from 18. So that's not really, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever, right? And then there are some countries that have it like 13 or something crazy, and I don't agree with that either. I feel like the standard 18 is pretty good. I feel like we kind of got it on the money here, because if you extend it for older, then it becomes a point where how much longer are you gonna interfere with what someone can and cannot do? There has to be a line drawn at some point, and I think that 18 is pretty much a good border. But the thing is, what I've never really understood is how people that are older like people that are they just turned 18, so it's technically legal, but it's like, if the other person was 17, you would still be attracted to them, it would just be illegal. But the thing is, that's a teenager, and you are fully an adult. Shouldn't you at least date a little bit around your age, is what I'm trying to say, basically. That's kind of what I'm saying right now. But he said, it is easy to be manipulated at that age, and I agree, but that is because there's certain like life experience and brain development that has to happen. That is why we say that they cannot make that decision for themselves, because it's like minors will sometimes say like, I wasn't groomed and I was fully into it, but it's like, you are a child, so it is deemed that you cannot make that decision for your own because your brain is not at the point where it can make that decision. That's what it's about, right? That's very important to understand. So 15-year-old is fully a child. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. So 15 and 18 will do. Why would someone almost 30 be targeting them and thinking about marriage? So 15 and 18 will do? You ask me if it's okay for a 27-year-old to form a relationship with a 50-year-old. Now you're changing the subject. Well, you could also just, first of all, you are right, so because she is changing the subject. However, it is also a counterpoint to your point. So you could just answer it. For me, it's a 2-year age gap. That's maximum, right? You go no more than that. And like even the 2-year, I'm like a little bit iffy. I don't really know. But like any more than that goes too far. That's not good. I don't like that at all. And then of course the older and the older and the older you get, of course that gets a little more stretched out. I just simply ask a question of yes or no. Then I can get to my point, not changing the subject, babe. I hate to say it, but she's kind of right. You can just answer that question and then move on. You are literally changing the subject. Okay, even changing the subject, answer my question. A 27-year-old has no business talking to a 15-year-old outside of it being family, a niece for example. And certainly shouldn't be talking to her with the intention of getting into a relationship. What if she initiated the relationship? Now, we already talked about this, because the whole point about not having the... Like, you cannot say that you weren't groomed because you do not have the brain to make that decision or to understand really what happened to you. So that's a point that completely falls flat, because we already talked about it. So no, she didn't initiate the relationship, or then the adult could have also just not done anything with it, you know. Still not okay. It's never okay for a 15-year-old and a 27-year-old to get into a relationship. So can we stop all people in that kind of relationship? I do understand your point, but we are no one to stop someone loving each other. Yes, we definitely are. We definitely are. And I'm not going to repeat my points, but you know why. In ancient time, people got married at 15. That's such a dumb argument. In ancient time, people used to kill each other all the time as well, without consequences. Or maybe there were consequences or something. I don't know. They always talk about... with the wartime, and then they slaughtered all the men in the village and raped their women. They did that in ancient times. We should do that right now. Yeah, let's just do that, because they did it in ancient times, so it's okay, right? I'm not saying to implement those time change. People need to change with time. Power imbalance will only get related that older person force younger. Can you please just write normal sentences, alright? I literally do not live in an English-speaking country, and I can form a better sentence than you can, alright? And I also have trouble speaking, even in Dutch, because I just stumble over my words, because my brain is dumb, right? So how can I talk better than you when it's not my first language and I already have trouble speaking? Maybe she's dyslexic and I'm making fun of someone who's dyslexic for being dyslexic, and in that case I guess I'm sorry, but like, come on. If the relationship stays and the older one never enforce other, I don't see any wrong with the relationship. Well, whatever, I'm going to say it not going to pass through you. You are standing on your grounds. There are situations girls get pregnant from 18-year-old boy rather than 27-year older. Sorry, look, now I'm not able to speak, like I said. So for me, unless younger party not under that word, a couple with age gap trying to make a life not going to bother me. Time to time, I need to ask questions to prove my point of view. It's not changing subject, it's my way of getting to a point. What you doing up, babe? Wow, just processing what you said. I think, here's the thing. I have a theory on what is happening right here. Your girlfriend is actually from caveman time. That's why she talks like, if not enforce, I know wrong, see. You see, I see, I agree, not change subject. So your girlfriend is a caveman, woman, excuse me. And she wants it to be back like ancient times because she is from ancient times. And it feels weird that she is not in ancient times. I think that's what's happening right now. I'm probably making fun of someone for being dyslexic. Even though this person is completely wrong, because she sees no problem with 27 and 15. That's So someone in the comments says here, oh, so you're dating someone who supports pedophilia. Nice. And then we have this absolutely giga-brain person right here. It's not right, but it's definitely not pedo. If someone, look, you're kind of exposing yourself if you agree with the second person there. But if you agree with that person, please explain why. Because, I mean, we already mentioned how, under 18 brain development. I've made my points, alright? So that would make this textbook pedophilia. Or maybe he's going on like, because I know that there's like, depending on what age, it has a different file, right? You know what? Let's actually do some research. Let's actually, I just don't know how I look this up without looking like I should be on a list, you know? So this person would be an ephebophile. So mid to late adolescence, 15 to 19. Or a hebophile, which is 11 to 14. I knew there were different things for it. I knew for sure. So maybe that person is like, it's not pedo, it's actually one of the other ones. And it's like, you cannot make that point without sounding like a pedophile, right? And I hope that that was the point he was making. Otherwise, we have a problem on our hands and this user needs to be investigated. Fast as well. Someone get on that, please. But yeah, I absolutely hope you break up with your girlfriend and make sure that there's I don't know, can the police go after someone for saying something like this? Let's ask GPT. Then law enforcement might start to monitor or investigate, especially if it seems like part of a broader intent or community. So we can definitely, I mean, you actually, Mr. Boyfriend, Mr. Italian Rice Pie, you might actually be able to do something. I don't know how it works, because this is probably US, right? That ChatGPT said. Like, if it's possible to do it in Italy as well, because I'm assuming you're in Italy, and because of your name, right? Then that would be great. So, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment your favorite. Yeah, see, normally I say something about what happened in the video, but I don't really want to do that, because that's wrong. Comment your favorite piece of clothing, right? Let's say you're on an abandoned island, right? And you could only have one piece of clothing. Which one would you pick? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Jesus loves you, and let's get out of here.